Teak Tractor. Today we're going to go over the 2025 Bad Boy models and the changes that they made from last year. All right, so starting off here in the front, we've got the new floor mat design from Bad Boy. Not necessarily an upgrade from previous years, just a different design, kind of indifferent about that, but at least they're changing some stuff. We've also got a new seat cover. We've got the new molded handles as opposed to the foam. I am a fan of that. These are also fully adjustable, so good addition there. As we work around the mower, we've got the new slope nose deck, so more similar to what your Outlaw series would be. Those slope nose front with caster wheels, the R series caster wheels. We've also got a new tank design, so it's got this new metal plate on it, and there are going to be some accessories like lights that will go on there, so that's a nice addition. We've also got the Reaper tread tires. So previous year, this came with your standard turf tread, so a little bit more aggressive, a little bit better traction, not going to tear up your grass nearly as much. That's a great addition. And as we work around the back here, you follow me around, we've got the new tank, or excuse me, not tank cover, but rear cover here, so different design on the rear metal cover or engine guard. We've also, for 2025 on the Rambler, this was a much needed option in my opinion. So we went from the single cylinder Briggs as the only engine option on the Rambler to a twin cylinder Kohler. This is a 22 horsepower twin from Kohler. So great addition there. I'm glad to see that. Most of what we're going to stock here at Teak Tractor will be the twin option. I do have some Briggs left over if you're looking for that little bit of a discount, but the Kohler, I believe, is what most of our customers are going to want. We've also got a new electronics panel here with a four-way switch. So if you do add the optional tank lights to this, it's got a place here that you can turn your lights on. Okay. We've also got underneath here, and it's going to be hard to see. We'll do some B-roll footage so you can see it, but we've got a new idler bracket assembly with a belt keeper. So some complaints on the smaller Bad Boys, belts popping off. That belt keeper should help eliminate that problem. That's a great addition. And then for 2025, they also added a new Warner clutch. So most would consider that an upgrade as well. Those have a good reputation. So a lot of really nice features on a small residential machine that you don't get in some other brands. All right, guys, so the next model we're going to talk about is the Magnum. So coming up from the Rambler, we're still in the MZ category, so that's the Rambler and the Magnum models. Going to be very similar to what we just talked about with a few different changes. So same new floor mat is the Rambler. We've got a new seat cover. We've got the new adjustable molded arms as opposed to the foam. Really enjoy that. We've also, as we move around here, we have got the new deck decal with the grip, so you're not going to slip as much. And then on this model for 2025 on the Magnum, we have an additional 60-inch deck option. So previously, the Avenger was the first model in the lineup that you could get into that 60-inch deck. This year, you're going to have an option to save a little bit of money. Maybe your yard doesn't justify going up to that Avenger. So a 60-inch deck option, which is really cool. So in this category of mower, to get a 60-inch deck, especially one that's built to the standard that Bad Boy has, cash discount on this is $43.99. So it's going to be really tough to beat this mower for a 60-inch deck at that price, especially in that category. So as we work around here, we've got the new the new tank design with the metal on it. So there is going to be an option for an accessory to add some lights to that deck, to the tank. I did forget to mention on the deck, it is the slope nose front like the Rambler. So previously you're getting the Outlaw series is the first one with that slope nose front. You've got the R series caster wheels to help with that as well. So that is a cool addition. And then we've also got the Reaper tread just like the Rambler, so no more turf. Every model of Bad Boy is going to be coming with the Reaper tread, so that's a huge benefit, I think. Most of our customers are wanting a little bit more traction. We've got the new rear cover, or engine guard as some people call it. On the 54-inch model, there is a new 24 horsepower Kohler option. Is an addition. So, and then as we flip up the seat, again, we're going to have the new idler bracket assembly with the belt keeper. We've also got the new electronics panel with the four-way switch if you do add those lights. And then we've also got underneath here, we've got the new Warner clutch. So those are the additions. The two big ones to note on this are going to be the 60-inch deck as an additional option in the Magnum series, as well as a new engine option for the 54-inch models. All right, guys, so the next model up is the ZT Avenger. So now we're bumping in from the MZ class to the ZT series. So the Avenger's first on that list in the ZT category. A lot of this is going to be a regurgitation of the previous information. We'll go through it, but if you're wanting the close-ups of some of the features, just referenced previously in the video. So again, new seat cover on the Avenger. Got the orange in the middle. It is, I think, a little more comfortable. I don't know what they did differently, but I feel like it's a little more comfortable. It may just be me. We've also got the new molded steering handles with adjustable option here, so you don't have to upgrade to that. You got the new floor mat. Again, no real upgrade, it's just a different design, so I'm a little indifferent on that. We've also got the Reaper tread tires. Again, that's going to be a standard option all the way up. We've got the new tank design. Now this is where we're going to get a difference between the Avenger and the MZ series. The Avenger is going to come standard with some tank lights, which is cool. So you don't have to buy that as an extra. It comes standard on this. We've also got the new slope front design, so similar to your R series or your Outlaw series. It's also got the caster wheels. And then as we work around to the rear, again, it's got a new rear cover or engine guard around the back here. We've got the new 4-way switch, so it will turn your lights on, which is really cool. And then as we flip the seat up underneath, we've got the new idler bracket assembly with the belt keeper. And then up underneath it, we got the Warner clutch. So the main highlight on the Avenger is going to be the new lights that come standard on this. So there you have it. All right, guys, so we'll briefly cover the ZT Elite because there's not a huge changes different from what we just talked about. But again, you got the new steering arms with adjustability. You got the new floor mat design. We've got the new deck decal with grip so you don't slip and fall. You're still going to have the same deck as you did in previous years. However, we do have the Reaper tread, which I believe last year in the middle of the year is when they switched over to this. So you are going to have Reaper tread as well. And it's going to have the new cover in the back. It's got the new switch design. You've got the new idler bracket assembly with your belt keeper. So, and you do have the Warner clutch. So not a huge change compared to the other models that we just talked about for 2025, but figured we'd mention it all together. All right, so no real changes from the ZT Elite. Again, you got the molded steering arms with adjustability. You got the new floor mat. We've got the new deck decal with grip. We've got Reaper tread tires. And it's not new, those are always standard on the Maverick, but we've got some different options when it comes to your switch. You're gonna have a 4-way switch for your lights. Underneath, you're gonna have your idler bracket assembly with the belt keeper as an upgrade, and you've got the Warner clutch. So Maverick HD, there's not gonna be any real differences. This portion of the video is gonna cover the Maverick and the HD. Those changes are gonna be identical to the HD. With the main difference being on the HD, it's just going to have a different seat cover, but feature-wise, there's no difference. So there you have it. All right, so for this portion of the video is going to cover the Rebel and the Rebel X. So your standard Rebel, the only main difference is going to be the seat cover. So your 2025 seat cover is going to look like this. The one behind me is the 2024 with the orange in the middle. So that's the main difference on the standard option Rebel. On the Rebel X, we'll make a separate video at some point on the differences between these two and go into more detail. But on the Rebel X for this year, two main differences between 2024 and the 2025s. Previously, the Rebel X was only available in a Vanguard EFI option. A lot of dealers, including myself, were really pushing for them to have the FX1000 EFI, the 38.5 horse Kawasaki EFI that was available on some of the other options, like the Rogue, is an added feature. Going into the Rebel X, it's a little bit more of an incentive for customers to have that Kawasaki option along with the Vanguard. Both are great options, but really happy to see for 2025 the Rebel X with the 38.5 horse Kawasaki EFI. The other change is previously the Rebel X only came with the Michelin wheels, which is a great upgrade. Those ride really, really well. They get up over curves really well. have great traction. But this year you can also get your standard Reaper tire as if you don't want the wheels. So if the upgrade in the transmission and the engine is enough for you and you just don't really care about the wheels, you can get some standard Reaper tread. So those are the main differences. Kawasaki 38.5 horse EFI and a standard Reaper tread option. All right, so next one up is the Rogue. Not a huge or bunch of changes. We do have the new seat cover here. We've got a new, I'll overlay the video. We got a new 40 horse Vanguard EFI option on the Rogue this year. And then on the Kawasaki FX1000 EFI, there's a new electronic console readout over on the right hand side. So that's a little bit of an upgrade. It is pretty cool looking. So those are the three. So seat cover, 40 horse Vanguard option, electronic readout. All right, so Renegade for this year, really no changes. New seat cover, this is the 2024, so it's gonna look like this seat cover behind me here. We've got a lot of snow and ice outside, so I'm showing you what it would look like as opposed to this 2024 model sitting here. So new seat cover, and then on the diesel Renegade option, they added a green gas cap, or excuse me, diesel cap. That way it's easy to tell that the diesel option does in fact take diesel, so they got your standard diesel green cap on there. All right, so the Revolt series of mowers, this includes their standard Revolt and the SD. You've got a new seat pad, a little bit more of a flare on it. I do like this quite a bit. Your SD model is gonna look like this with the flat side. Again, the SD is gonna be their sport duty, so not as aggressive style of mowing as you would have on the normal one. So you do have these flares on the side with a new seat cover. On the SD model, you are going to get the new idler system with the belt retainer, so that is a nice upgrade. And then new for 2025, there is a new Revolt model, the Revolt X. We're going to have a separate video on that particular model. We are still waiting on those to show up right now. It's middle of January of 2025, so haven't got it yet. We're expecting them any day now, so as soon as we get those, we're going to make a separate video on the Revolt X. So that is a new model for 2025. All right, guys, so that's it. 2025 options all laid out for you. If you have any questions, you have questions on different options, different models, questions, what we have coming, what we have in stock, visit our website. I'll stick it up here, teaktractor.com. We always list exactly what we have in stock with pricing. If you have a question on what we have left over from 2024, we do offer some discounts on those, so it's a good way for you to save some cash on a model that will do exactly what you need to do, minus maybe some cosmetic changes, but it will definitely get the job done. Like, follow, subscribe, all that good stuff. Come check us out here in Belton, Missouri. March 1st, we'll have our location open in Ottawa, Kansas.